Good morning. I just erased my first vlog because I was crying so hysterically. I wasn't making any sense at all. My head has been so bad this morning again, and I was really battling depression, horrific depression and anxiety this morning due to the head, and not getting any relief from this today. It didn't help that first thing this morning my sister pops onto Facebook and shares some posts that one of my nieces, had put up. She's had trauma in her life. She's in her, I want to say she's like 40. Anyways, I'm not going to go into her life because it's traumatic, but she's lashing out at me. Her aunt, who practically raised her, lived with her. She lived with us, or me, half of her life. I did everything for this young woman, and she's lost her mind. I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to react outwardly, but it, of course, affects me emotionally, and I'm already so fragile that reading this, and it's, she's either delusional or she's just making up lies, but she's telling stories about, she told a story about something that happened in our past. It never happened. It never happened. Anyway, got upstairs to get dressed and just lost it, crying and sobbing, and it just actually made me feel worse. Sometimes crying is lethargic. Lethargic, that wrong word. Cleansing, and it wasn't cleansing. It actually made things way worse for me. So, I'm now back downstairs trying to get my act together, because you literally feel you're so close to just snapping. I feel like my brick wall is crumbling, and when that last brick falls and I'm left in the shambles, what will happen to me? Will I still have the know-withal not to harm myself? Because now I know I wouldn't harm myself now, but what happens if you just crack? This is beating me up beyond any kind of description. No one should ever experience the depths of this hell. This is so scary. You don't know how much of it is being brought on by more anxiety, and how much is the Lyme, the Bartonella, the Babesia. I had a horrific night of sleep. It took me until 3 o'clock in the morning to figure out why. I kept waking up with my back, my hips, my knees, everything was like on fire. I had such body pain. Finally sat up and opened up the drawer where we keep our sleep number. We have a sleep number bed remote, and saw that my side had deflated. With sleep number beds, apparently with fluctuations in temperature, you can lose air sometimes in the mattress, and my number is 65 and it was at 45. Pumped it all the way up to 70, and then was able to fall back to sleep and feel comfortable and didn't have the pain. 45 was way too soft for me, but so up until 3 o'clock or so, 3:30, I was not well. And then, of course, when I do finally wake up at 5, my head starts getting wooky and woozy and weird, and then I get up and I come downstairs and I can barely think, and I'm having a hard time listening to the preaching or teaching, and I'm just in such a fog of unbelievable degree that, and then it's like nothing, as I've said, nothing makes it better, so then you just, anyway, I have to go to the chiropractor's in 2.5 hours, so I gotta get my act together. I've got to somehow get my act together somehow. My hand joints are stiff. My stomach is rolling. I started the amoxicillin today. We'll see if my stomach can handle it. I don't have a lot of hope in this. I don't. I was on the phone with my sister, and she was like, so how's that going? Blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm so glad you found this doctor. And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, I know. And I go, I'm just not seeing any evidence of anything happening, anything positive. And it just makes you wonder, what's the point? When you have the neurological symptoms are so severe. Again, physical pain is so, in my opinion, so much easier to deal with than the neurological problems. Because I've had both. Anyway, I'm glad I deleted that first vlog, because you would all been calling 911 for me or something. I cannot clarify enough. I am not going to hurt myself. If I ever get to the point that I would, it would mean that I've snapped and I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm not going to hurt myself. I just want God to take me. I want Him to take me. Okay, I'll check in later. Hi, Sid.
Hello. You missed me. There you go.
Are you on there?
Yep. Are you driving? No.
Okay, so we're on our way to the chiropractor for my back and neck again. The amoxicillin and azithromycin is really making my stomach upset, and I'm wicked dizzy again. What else is new, right? But I'm going, so I'll report in afterwards. Bye. Say hi, Sid.
Hello.
Alright, we're just leaving. She adjusted my neck. She showed me exercises that I need to do for my neck. And we're on our way home. I must say that after the adjustment, my neck doesn't hurt, but I'm still very off balanced. Wish that would stop. That didn't stop. So last week when she did it, it seemed like it helped with the... You want to be really dizzy? Go through a car wash. That will really freak out your stupid head. Now I'm dizzier than ever. Thanks, Sid. Hi. I'm dizzier than ever. I wish I could say different, but I'm not. My head is really bad. Usually riding in the car, I feel better, but that was not the case today. I have like the depersonalization, derealization thing going on really bad too. I will say that after she adjusted my neck, and she's given me some exercises to do to strengthen my shoulders and back and neck, the pain in my neck is almost totally gone, but it did nothing for my head. I feel so spaced out, like I'm going to pass out. So I'm going to make this quick because I'm getting that weird headache right here again. And I don't know what to make about this. Anyway, wow, this is freaky. So I'll check in later. I've been like this all day. I don't think it's gonna stop. I don't think it's gonna lighten up. I don't know why it's not lightening up at all, but who knows? I'll check in later. Anyway, still waiting for the shoulder brace to arrive. Thought it would be here by now. So when it gets here and I put it on, I'll let you take a look at that. She definitely felt 2 more lymph nodes today, as well as the one that's always there. She felt them. They're not really swollen up, but she could definitely feel the lymph nodes. And 1 over on this side, actually. 1 on this side and 3, I think, on this side. And I told her what the Lyme literate medical doctor said about the fact that, that because I'm chronically ill, that is why my lymph nodes are chronically swollen. And she said, yeah, absolutely. Guess she agrees. This is like being really wicked drunk without the happy drunk. Like just horrible feeling. My God, it's brain damage. It's true brain damage. Anyway, I'll check in with you later. Hello. I'm going to end today's vlog with some thoughts about my family. My oldest daughter, this is a quote from her today. How did you stem from such a dysfunctional, crazy, I'm not quoting her now, god-awful family? Glory to God that you came out the way you did. I said something a little bit about some drama that was going on this morning, and it really escalated into ridiculousness. And I have come to find that when you are as diseased in the brain as I am, you can't deal with anything. I had such high hopes that 2018 would be different than 2017. As I speak, my grandson is in urgent care right now, probably getting stitches or gluing up a cut that has been bleeding for hours. He got a cut at school. His mom had to pick him up. They couldn't get the bleeding to stop, and he's in urgent care now. So it begins. The curse. Family crap and sickness. And with this, can't deal with it. Anyway, I was reading some different things in different places about pain and suffering and different levels of suffering. And yes, I'm able to talk still, clearly. I'm able to see. Not great, but I'm able to see. I still can hear. I still can walk. I can feed myself. I can wipe my own butt. Yes. I am functioning. But when your neurological symptoms are so severe that you feel like you're, as I spoke earlier, on the brink of insanity, none of those things matter. I'm not being ungrateful. I'm just saying they don't matter. Because if you don't have your mind, all the other stuff doesn't matter. If you can't think, if you can't process, if you cannot have peace in your head, none of the stuff matters. My opinion. Please don't post and say, well, you should be more grateful. And this is my opinion. It's 5 o'clock and my brace still has not gotten delivered, so UPS is slacking big time because usually UPS will get here around 3 for packages. Anyway, so I'm not able to show it to you. I'll show it to you tomorrow if it ever gets here. But yeah, my family dynamics. The old Laney would have dug in and defended and spoke up and did. This Laney is silent and doesn't. Isn't it interesting how life turns around for you? So, I got a lot going on besides my health, my mental, physical, spiritual health. I got so much drama and trauma going on in my family life. With my mother, with my father, worrying about my grandkids being well and healthy, as well as my own kids. And now I got a niece that's gone off the deep end. She put stuff on Instagram that apparently could be seen by people who are on Facebook. It's caused quite a ruckus within the family. And again, the old Laney would have been right there to fight, speak the truth. I mean, she wrote the longest story on Facebook. It's been deleted this morning about me. This tale that was a complete lie. Something that would have happened when she was like 8 years old. And I was like, why did you even tell this story about me throwing a birthday party and I didn't make the right cake and I didn't invite the right friends and I didn't give her any presents because she wasn't worthy? And I'm like, first of all, I'm not your mother, so I didn't do any of that. I'm your aunt. And second of all, it never happened. And I'm babbling because today has been rough. And having more crap piled on, it's like they just keep putting charcoal onto the pit of fire. Can't wait for tomorrow. What's tomorrow going to bring? Wednesday, I have to go to a meeting to recertify my mother because she's in subsidized housing for the seniors. And because I'm power of attorney, I get to go and all her financial work and, stuff that typical normal people could deal with. It's not a big deal, but when you are like this, just sitting and having somebody talk to you, you have to because otherwise I'm not hearing anything the person's saying. I said yesterday, if I'm not looking at your eyes, it's not sinking in. So with my crazy head, I have to and then it's okay, we'll read this and you have to sign this. And I'm like, holy crap. I have no business being responsible for this woman. But when we moved her here, I was sick, but I was not nearly as sick as I am now. And I had hopes that I was going to get better, not worse. So with all my complaining and garbling and crapping, God, you got me through another day. How? I have no clue. But I got alas, my brace may be being delivered as we speak. Hark, the heralding of my dogs. I'll let you know. Here it is. These actually get tucked in to this little loop down here, but I'm not going to do that because I'm taking it off. So you pull these and tighten it, and then this is what the back looks like. And it definitely is pulling my shoulders. I don't know if you can see, but it's pulling my shoulders back. We'll see. All right. Excuse me. I actually just came back from the library. And in my lime brain, I go there to get some more books out to read and take out 2 Amish fiction books. And just got home and I've read these books. An idiot brain called Lime Brain. So that was a waste of time, but I drove very slowly, very methodically because I'm still really dizzy. The dizziness has been pretty severe today, but I was okay enough to drive. I mean, it's like 3 miles from my house, and I was very careful. But then I decided to stop at a local store just to pick up some munchy things, and boy, this definitely keeps your shoulders back. There ain't no slouching with this. Usually you can't curl your shoulders in with this. Anyway, so I stopped at the store, and while I was there, I gotta make this quick because I don't want this vlog to be 1,000,000 minutes long. My father calls, and he's got aphasia, so he can't get words out. So it took him a while for me to figure out, but he's accepted Christ, and he started crying on the phone saying that God is in his heart, and he wasn't looking for it, and he didn't know where it came from, and he's so happy, and God answered that prayer because I've been praying for his soul since I found him. Some, reconnected with him 3 years ago. Pray for his soul every single morning. I pray he's sincere. He sounded sincere. So we'll see. But anyway, I'm home now. I'm just going to reiterate about, not reiterate, I can't think of the right words. I'm always saying the wrong words lately. What the heck? I'm going to just regroup from this morning. I was extremely depressed this morning. Really bad. I mean, that gets scary when you're like that. You feel like you can't take another breath. I was very bad this morning. Extremely dizzy all day. That has not lifted, really, except for a little bit. And so today, if I was going to rate, maybe I should start rating my days. If I was to rate a day, 1 being, whoopee, good, no problem, living life. And 10 being, I'm in the ER, hooked up to a feeding tube and a breathing tube. I'd say today was a 6. Maybe even a 7. I don't want to go to 8, 9, and 10 because 8, 9, 10 is when I've got the migraine and I'm in bed and I don't move. So it was pretty bad though, and I don't want to do that again. I'm signing off. I'm going to have to play with this and adjust it and get it to where it feels really comfortable, I guess. But anyways, see you tomorrow.